Hi everyone, we've gathered the biggest news and updates from this weekend. So click the like button and let's get the show on the pitch. Bayer Leverkusen have beaten Kaiserslautern in the German Cup final. This season, the Black and Reds captured the same number of trophies the club had ever taken before that combined. Inter Miami beat Vancouver 2-1 despite the absence of Messi, Busquets and Suarez, who were rested by Gerardo Martino. Juventus have reached an agreement to sign Monza goalkeeper Michele Di Gregorio. Here we go! The transfer fee is 20 million euros. Wojciech Szczesny is expected to leave the club. Harry Kane is the 2023-24 European Golden Shoe winner. He netted 36 goals in a single season. Despite being heavily linked to Saudi Arabia clubs, Kevin De Bruyne is set to renew his contract with Manchester City. Southampton won the Championship playoff final and got promoted back to the English Premier League. Leeds United remain in the Championship. Bayer Leverkusen have reached an agreement for a summer transfer with Girona captain Alex Garcia, who was previously targeted by Barcelona. The transfer fee will be from 15 to 20 million euros. Legendary defender Leonardo Bonucci will officially retire from professional football after this season, concluding his illustrious career with Fenerbahce, his final club. PSG have outplayed Lyon in the French Cup final on Mbappe's favorable match. Kylian made no goal contributions. Girona ace Artem Dovbyk has emerged as the top scorer of the 2023-24 La Liga season. He backed 24 accurate shots. Al Ittihad have made a lucrative offer to Man City goalkeeper Ederson, who is set to leave the club in the summer. Due to Man United's triumph in the FA Cup final, Chelsea will compete in the Conference League next season, not the Europa League. Newcastle United were left out of European competitions. There is no similar player to Kylian, so we will sign a different one. We will sign 4, 5 or 6 players. We will do our best for sure, Luis Enrique noted. Vasco da Gama are confident that they will bring Felipe Coutinho back to the club. Aston Villa are willing to both sell or send the Brazilian on loan. Club Brugge and Benfica have reached the 2024-25 Champions League group stage. Brugge secured their spot in the tournament as the Belgian League champions, while Benfica got direct qualification after Europa League winners Atalanta secured a top 4 finish in Serie A. 2 trophies and 3 finals in 2 years is not bad. If they don't want me, then I'll go somewhere else to win trophies because that's what I do. You don't understand managing a football team. When the players aren't there, I can't coach or train them. They won't develop, Erik ten Hag claims. Thanks to Bayer Leverkusen's victory in the German Cup final, Heidenheim have qualified for the Conference League 2024-25. As a reminder, the Schanzer made their Bundesliga debut this season. Liverpool scouts have monitored Atalanta central midfielder Ederson several times during the season. The club intends to buy him. Alejandro Garnacho's overhead kick against Everton has been voted the 2023-24 Premier League's goal of the season. I'm studying English and I'm keen on trying a new experience abroad. Premier League could be a really nice and attractive opportunity for sure, Stefano Pioli shared. Juventus are showing great interest in acquiring Atalanta's leader Team Coop Miners. The White and Blacks offer 40 plus 5 million euros, but the club from Bergamo asks for 60 million euros. Egyptian giants Al Ahly have bested Tunisia's Esperance 1-0 in the CAF Champions League final to lift the trophy for the 12th time in the Red Giants' history. Monaco's legendary striker Wissam Ben Yedder leaves the club as a free agent. Antonio Conte is one step away from joining Napoli as their new manager. His contract will be valid for 3 years. Legendary ex-forward Wayne Rooney has officially been hired as the new head coach of Plymouth Argyle, who are currently competing in the championship. FIFA has sold the license to the name of its football simulator to 2K, which already develops an NBA simulator. 2K FIFA 2026 will be released ahead of the 2026 World Cup. Al Ain, led by Hernan Crespo, steamrolled Yokohama F. Marinos 5-1 in the AFC Champions League final return leg. The club from Abu Dhabi will now participate in the 2025 Club World Cup. I'd love to return to Barca one day. Barcelona is the club of my life. I've always said that. I'm not closing the door to Barca and to the possibility of returning to the club one day, Xavi assured. Vincent Kompany will become a future Man City manager, mark my words. Yeah, it will happen for sure. You will call me when it's gonna happen, Pep Guardiola stated. Alexandro is leaving Juventus as a free agent. He is expected to return to Brazil. Everything is possible. I'm at the end of my contract. It's the first time in my career. I'm gonna take the time to sit down and think, Rafael Varane said. Newcastle United are working on transfers of Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth and Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham, who will become free agents in the upcoming summer. Mikel Arteta is willing to let Fabio Vieira go. The coach is unhappy with the Portuguese's approach to training sessions. The possible asking price could be £35 million. Clubs from Italy, MLS and Saudi Arabia are keen on signing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He has 2 more years left on his contract with Olympique Marseille. Galatasaray finished the season with 102 points and became the Turkish league champions for the 24th time in their history. Moving on to the main news of the release. Leny Yoro still remains Real Madrid's key target for the centre-back position for the upcoming summer. The Merengues have no wish to lose the battle for Yoro to PSG, who offer Lille and the Liga 1 super talent even more favorable financial terms. Yoro himself is a fan of Real Madrid and will ask Lille's management to accept the offer made by La Liga champions. To be specific, Los Blancos consider Yoro a perfect replacement for Nacho Fernandez, who will soon become a free agent. However, according to Gianluca Di Marzio, there are 2 more candidates for Yoro: Manchester United and Liverpool. Both clubs are looking for options to bolster the center of defense and will try to compete with the Spanish giants. Toni Kroos said goodbye to Santiago Bernabeu. The moments were as touching as you can imagine. Carlo Ancelotti substituted Kroos in the 87th minute of the game against Real Betis, and then we saw a lot of tears. At first, Kroos tried to keep a smile on his face, but then the legendary German son and daughter ran up to him and threw their arms around him. It was then when Kroos could not hold back his tears. After the final whistle, Real Madrid made an epic photo of Kroos with all his trophies at the club. My kid's reaction has literally destroyed me. I can only say, Real Madrid, Kroos commented after the game. Bayern have finally found themselves a new head coach, and their choice turned out to be quite unexpected. The team will be headed by Manchester City legend Vincent Kompany, who has been recently relegated to the championship this season as Burnley boss. Here we go! Bayern have agreed with Kompany on all contract terms, which will run until the summer of 2027. The Clarets, in turn, are expected to receive €10 million compensation fee, with another $2 million as bonuses. Despite Kompany's poor performance at Burnley this season, Bayern consider the Belgian to be one of the most promising European managers. De Rotten really trusts his vision and ideas. Following the sacking of Mauricio Pochettino, Chelsea are looking to appoint a new head coach as soon as possible. As of this moment, the club is choosing between 4 candidates: Enzo Maresca, Leicester City, Kieran McKenna, Ipswich Town, Thomas Frank, Brentford, and Roberto De Zerbi, Brighton. The Blues have reportedly held talks with Leicester City, who informed the London club that Maresca's contract contains a release clause worth £8 million. On the other hand, Team Talk claims that De Zerbi's talks with Chelsea are at an advanced stage. He made it clear to the pensioners' officials that he is interested in the job and knows how to be successful as part of the club. Needless to say, the Italian is now the favorite for the post. The next season will be Pep Guardiola's last as head coach of Manchester City.
Oh no!
The iconic Spanish manager has decided not to renew his contract, which expires in the summer of 2025. Pep has already informed the club's board about his decision. Guardiola has been leading Man City for 8 years already, and he believes that after 9 years in the same team, it'll be time to part ways, as he will not be able to give anything new to his players. Man City are eyeing Girona head coach Michel as a replacement for Pep, though the final call will be made at the end of 2024-25 season. Earlier on, Guardiola hinted to be thinking about his possible departure from the Citizens camp. Despite already having a large number of players in the midfield area, Real Madrid still chose to look for Toni Kroos's replacement. The champions of Spain have already identified Alexis McAllister from Liverpool as the best option. Los Blancos representatives believe that McAllister resembles Kroos in his profile and has room for progress in order to compensate for the loss of the conductor in the future. On top of that, the possible departure of Dani Ceballos also forces Real to search for a new central midfielder. However, Liverpool have no interest in parting ways with the world champion who has only spent one season in the Reds' ranks. A new era will begin at Barcelona today, the era of Hansi Flick. According to all insiders, today the club will officially present the German as the team's new head coach. Then, big changes will happen in the team. Flick's main goal is to bring in Joshua Kimmich. He worked with the lad at Bayern Munich and believes that the arrival of a top-notch defensive midfielder will give the Catalans the necessary balance. Yet, Kimmich is still waiting for a new contract offer from the Bavarians. Speaking about the situation with Cancelo and Joao Felix, Flick strongly believes that buying out their contracts is not necessary. However, there are people in the sports department who believe that those two could be useful. Overall, Hans-Dieter feels that the club is doing the right thing by betting on La Masia. He will not demand many expensive signings and will work with the currently available performers. Among other things, Hansi's appointment does not affect the contract renewal with the team's captain Sergio Roberto. Subscribe if you found this video useful and interesting. Check out the suggested videos from our other projects.